Hi guys, this is how to test a starter for the average guy. Now if the starter's out of the vehicle like this, all you gotta do is grab your jumper cables, hook it up to your battery. You know, the red goes to positive and ground goes to negative, the black. All you need is jumper cables and a screwdriver to do this test. Now you wire the black ground. I just put it on the case of the starter. Anywhere in the case you could put it. Make sure it's a good contact though. In this case I just put it in this side of the solenoid on the screw. And over here you'll see this starter, the solenoid, it has one fat stud sticking out and the skinny one. And next to the skinny one there's an S. Okay, now what you first want to do is you want to take your screwdriver and, sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. This positive cable should go on the fat stud. You can see two fat studs on the solenoid usually, and this goes on the one there's nothing on it. The other stud will go straight to the motor of the starter. Okay, so you put the positive on the big fat stud, and you take a screwdriver, and what you want to do is you want to jump this to the S part of the small stud. Okay, now once you do this, you're activating a solenoid and a starter, and you should see the gear pop out and spin. Okay, you should see this pinion gear pop out and spin over here. Now let me touch these two and you'll see what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. Let me get this right. Okay? Now it spins and it pops out. That means it's good. Okay, all I did was touch the positive to the small terminal that says S. Now if you want to just test the solenoid itself, what you do is you grab this cable, you take it off, and 1 second, hold on. A little difficult with one person doing this. And you take the positive and you put it on just the S terminal, the small low terminal here. As you can see here, it's the top one. Okay? Now once you do that, the solenoid will push the pinion gear out. So you should see that being pushed out. Okay? Let me do that. Hold on a second. You see it's coming out. That means the solenoid is doing its job. Okay? That's what I was doing there. Now if you want to test the motor itself, all you gotta do is touch this other big stud that's coming out. It's connected to the starter body over here. Okay, now that will that will just energize this big motor here. So once I do that, you see it turns. You're gonna see it turn on the inside when I do that. Okay? Okay? Now if that checks fine, that means your starter 85%, 90% of the time it's good. Okay? Now if you put it on the car, what you want to do is, and say it's not, you still suspect a starter, well then you got further troubleshoot. What you do is you put a voltmeter on the battery positive and the battery positive and negative on your multimeter, set it to volts, and as somebody's cranking the motor, you're going to see the volts should not drop under 9.5 volts. Now if it does drop, it means one of two things. Either your battery is not capable of pulling that load. In other words, you should load test the battery, make sure the battery is good to handle that load. Now if your battery load tests okay, then it's possible your starter is bad. Either something's wrong with the windings inside or the brushes. I think that's about it. Oh, also check your 12 volt going. Once you hook it up to the car, the 12 volts that's going to this S terminal here is the correct voltage going here. Also check all the wiring, all the connections going to these terminals. Make sure terminals are also clean here where the battery connects to to the starter, and just the start, the positive stud and the negative stud. Make sure the connections there for the cables are all good and tight. Okay, hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Bye.